end it and start. Wait, no, there's someone watching. Okay, we're live. We're live. Oh, what's happening? Hi, everyone. We haven't done this before, and we don't know what's happening. Oh, someone's typing. This is so cool. Okay, so hi, Autumn Funk. So basically, if you guys have questions, please write them in the comments right now because I'm gonna go back through afterwards, or not afterwards, like at the end. We'll go back through and kind of like answer all the questions. So if you have questions, write them down. But I can't see them because my phone's over there. Okay, hello everyone. So we're gonna do this thing. We want to talk about the coronavirus because it's a big deal apparently right now. Everybody's freaking out, you know, and I know I have a lot of clients in May and April, and so I want to make sure you guys feel like you guys are covered, but also just for any other couples that are getting married in the next couple of weeks or couple of months, we want to you guys to feel like you guys have resources, and so me and Maddie are going live. This is Maddie. She's a wedding planner and coordinator and all that good stuff.
Yep, and a designer, I do all that fun stuff.
She does all the stuff. She's like so put together, it's awesome. And we're best friends now. We figured out we're the same person, so
that's been fun, so.
Last night we figured out we're the same person. It was really scary, but like it's okay because we're like BFFs now. But so yeah, we're just gonna kind of talk through some issues and stuff. This will be recorded and I will post it. I'm filming it on my camera right there. Hello camera. Hello camera. Camera, we are live. So like once this goes on YouTube, so you guys know what's happening. We're not talking to you. We're talking to them. Sorry. So anyway, that's kind of what's happening. We will post it later. So if you guys can't watch right now or anything, feel free to not stay on, and you can feel free to message me any questions or comment any questions, and I will get back to them. And if you guys like don't see the video for any reason, I can also message you like your answer to your questions. So anyways, we have a schedule here because we're organized. Well, I'm not, she is, and so she made me be organized. Alright, so the first thing we kind of want to talk about is reaching out to your vendors. So it's really important if your vendors have not reached out to you yet, which they should. If they haven't, I'm sorry, but your vendors should be reaching out to you because this is a big deal. I don't believe in being like fearful about it and having like a spirit of fear about it and everything, but this is a big deal. Weddings are happening. States are banning events over a certain number of people, you know. So all that's happening, it's a big deal, and we need to be very aware of it without being fearful of it. So reaching out to your vendors is really important, and I'll let you can talk about that.
Yeah, so reaching out to your vendors. So if you don't have a planner, you don't have a coordinator, you need to be doing this yourself. You need to make sure your vendors are still willing to come, even if you know there is a ban and you just
especially if they're traveling.
Yeah, if you're traveling.
If you're traveling, if they're traveling, if anybody's traveling who's a vendor, like that's a really important thing because some of those airports, you know, flights are geting delayed and all that.
Exactly, and people aren't even wanting to leave their house. So, on that case, you need to make sure that your vendors are aware. Well, of course, I'm hoping they're aware, but understand that you're,
Yeah.
Coronavirus is happening.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
Big huge deal.
So. And that's the thing. Like we're all going to be okay, and we're all rallying. Like a ton of the vendors that I'm friends with have really just been rallying together and providing free resources, doing blog posts, just really trying to help people out. Because honestly, like with how this is going, like we know you guys need help, and especially from the planning side of things. That's why I'm really glad I could get her because. Obviously, like, we call ourselves pocket-sized wedding planners, whatever, but, like, she has so much, like, she's organized, and I'm not. So I just really wanted to get somebody that, like, really is an expert on, like, the whole planning side of things, which is Maddie, so. Yeah, so reaching out to your vendors, that's the first really important thing if they haven't reached out to you. And they really should be reaching out to you guys. So I sent an email to all my clients, she sent an email to all her clients. We're communicating. I've messaged all my clients that are actually in an out of town where I'm flying to their wedding. I've messaged all of those people. I have phone calls scheduled. I do have one in San Francisco in July that I'm talking to them right now.
Should be doing this.
Yeah,
yes.
They need to be proactive and responsible, and if they're not being that way, then you guys need to be proactive and responsible for them so that they realize they need to be proactive.
This is your special day. You need to make sure it's getting taken care of.
Yes.
Okay, well.
Yes, we're moving on. Sorry, I keep rambling. Okay, so contracts. This is another really big thing. A lot of vendors, including me, I don't have a clause about pandemics in my contract right now because that's not something that that doesn't happen a lot.
In our contract is an act of God. And
I have acts of God, and this isn't like technically that. So like I want people to be very clear. I want to be very obvious to our clients on what we're doing about this and how we're covering them and also how we're covering ourselves. But honestly, like our contracts and the clauses that I'm going to be adding to all of our contracts are for you guys. They're to protect you guys and also like to protect me from getting sued. But like they're really to protect you guys from losing your deposits and stuff. And that's what's important. And so when you're reaching out to your vendors, you should also be asking them if they have clauses in their contract or if they're willing to add a clause. And I have a clause I would be totally happy to send out to anybody. If you need that about pandemics, it's actually specifically about the coronavirus. Honeybook has put that out, so if your vendors have Honeybook, they should have that clause anyways, but I'm totally willing to send that to anybody who needs it as well. So please comment or message me, and I'll get that clause to you, so you at least have an example to show your vendor of like, this is what I want to put in it.
And it actually, no, you're fine. It actually goes for all my, all my clients as well, so I don't want to, we're both here.
Yes, we're both posting this video.
Right.
So for Maddie's clients too.
Don't forget about me. But
Hi, Maddie's clients. You need a photographer?
Yeah, exactly. So just so you know, it goes for her, and what she's saying is exactly what goes for us as well. And so another thing we can talk about is insurance, because this is a big deal. You don't want to lose your deposits, and a lot of times if we're far enough in advance to go ahead and get this insurance. I'll be posting later.
Wedding insurance.
I'm sorry, wedding insurance.
Yeah, wedding insurance is a thing.
Right.
I didn't even know that was a thing until she brought it up. So wedding insurance is a thing.
Yes, it is a thing. Yeah, so you're wanting to get this wedding insurance. It's really not that expensive. It's anywhere between $50 to $200 depending on what you're needing. A lot of times off subject, the military, these are like insurance you can get as well.
Both military wives!
So.
It's awesome! This is why we're best friends. We just get each other.
Right, so if anyone's, military wives, so that's something you definitely should be getting if something changes, and this is the same thing that goes for the coronavirus. You have this insurance that,
you're covered.
You're covered.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about it. At least you're going to get your deposits. Like, you're not going to lose all your money.
And it's also really important if your vendors aren't willing to change their contract or amend their contract.
Right.
That's a really important thing. Like, getting wedding insurance can really help you with those deposits because it's an outside company. It's not through your vendor, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct. So it's for your personal.
I didn't even know wedding insurance was a thing.
Well, now you know. So.
All right. So if you do have to postpone your wedding, this is really important. We know that. It's upsetting. You've planned all this stuff. I've had a couple clients reach out and be like, we might have to, and it makes me so sad and heartbroken. But the important thing is to really reach out to your vendors, like so if you do have to postpone your wedding, what they're gonna do about it, and if your deposit is transferable, it should be. And if you're and working out, like I know if all of my May clients have to cancel, we have like 11 weddings in May, so like. Y'all gonna have work to do the Hunger Games for wedding dates. Just kidding. That's the thing. We will figure out, it's not gonna be the Hunger Games for wedding dates. We're gonna take care of you and figure it out. And the fact that me and Camden now have associates on our team, and she has associates on her team as well.
Exactly.
We can be in multiple places at one time basically now because we have little minions that work for us, and it's great. So
right.
Yeah, so
there is options.
We got you covered.
Yes.
Yeah. And so if you do have to postpone, like knowing what your options are and what your contract options are is really important. If you don't have to postpone, I'm really highly encouraging everyone to get video in their package, and we're actually going to do a discount for it. So if you would like video added to your package, any video, ceremony video, anything like that, message me and we can work out a discount, just because we understand that since airports are happening and travel bans and all of that, all your guests might not be able to make it, and so having video of your ceremony and of your toast and all of that important stuff, as well as a highlight film potentially if you guys want that, is really great because we can do really fast turnaround times on those so that you can send it out. You can send like a wedding preview out even the next day to the people that can't make it. So video is also really important, but if you can't afford videography, literally just have someone take out their cell phone and hop on freaking Facebook Live like we are right now, because you can do this even if you don't have a business page, and live stream your wedding. Right. And literally you can make a private link. You can do it on Zoom. Zoom is a free thing where 100 people can join your thing for free. So if 100 guests can't come, there you go, 100 people join your Zoom call. And you can literally do it live. You can live stream, it's a webinar. It's a wedding webinar. Just do that so that people can still feel like they're there and experience it if you can't postpone your wedding. So that's a really good option for those people if you can't do videography or anything, and if you want people to be able to tune in live and not have to watch a video later. So
completely agree. I just wanted to just point out that I love the idea of doing the video, because unfortunately a lot of our clients don't get video, and so to have that, even if we're not on coronavirus, but the fact that we do have coronavirus, that's even more of a reason to look into doing that.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
And you're
just to
you're
have
awesome,
those
so come check her out. So
I'm awesome.
If you're not.
Okay, and at the end of the day, this is just in closing, at the end of the day, you really need to figure out what is most important to you. Me and Camden decided being married was more important to us than having a huge wedding, and so we did our tiny little 10-person elopement, whatever, and still did it earlier. You guys have the option to do that. If your biggest priority is getting married to your fiance, if that's what's most important to you and you don't care about who's there and you don't care about the guests, if that's your priority, elope. keep all your vendors, keep your planner, keep your photographer if they're willing to come and everything, and literally just do a small elopement with your vendors and with your immediate family, and then later on, you can hopefully transfer those deposits that you already have down with your caterer and all those bigger vendors. You can transfer those deposits to another date and just do like a big party. That's literally what we're doing. We're having a huge party in 2021 with all our friends. Because we did such a small wedding. So that's totally an option.
Yeah.
If getting married is important to you, just elope now.
And
with your vendors. You already have your vendors. Do it.
Quick thing also, you know, as being a wedding planner, and if you already have booked me, I'm willing to do a free, you know, of your ceremony if you're just going to do an elopement, and that's going to be a free add-on for you, and then we'll still have, you know, your full wedding anyway. So just a thing. Yeah, just to know. Because I understand how stressful this is. So.
And so then if your priority is having a huge party, having all your friends there, reschedule, because obviously, like, people can then make it, and you can have all your guests there, and there's no travel bans, and your vendors are fine, they can make it.
Right.
Reschedule to 6 months from now or a year from now, you know. I know it's really tricky figuring out when you're going to reschedule, because we don't know when this is going to be over, so that's really hard, but yes, how about now? How about just like tomorrow, like we get a vaccination and everybody's fine. That's what I want.
But we're getting there, hopefully. So.
And then if your priority is to not lose your deposits and to still have that wedding, the live stream is a really great option, so you can just kind of have as many guests that can come, and then do that live stream and the video so that they can still feel like that they are there. And in that way, you don't lose your deposits if the vendors obviously can still make it to your wedding.
And you're actually going to
deposits
save money that way, because you know, if you're doing catering, you're not having those 150 people there.
Right.
You're going to save that money on catering, and you're only going to do like the 15.
Right.
Just
and I know a lot of companies are being really lax with like their deposit and their refunds and everything, and obviously like some of us have to really think about that because it's money that we have earned from work that we have done. So our deposits, part of our deposits are really just for the work that we've done up until the wedding. And so it's really important that you figure out with those vendors, like just communication is like the biggest thing right now. If your vendors aren't communicating with you, like I'm so sorry, like I want to help you and I wish that they were, but if they aren't communicating with you, then reach out to them and be proactive, because then you can really figure out like what your options are, because if you don't know what your options are, then all you're going to have is anxiety about it, you know.
Right.
Like you're not going to know what your options are and what you can do.
And especially if you have a planner or a coordinator, reach out to them.
If they haven't reached out to you yet,
right. But reaching out to them, the coordinators, sometimes you have a little bit of a higher authority in some way.
Right.
Conversation with the vendors, it just calms down.
And so your planner, like they'd probably be really like open to reaching out to your vendors for you if you do have.
I mean, and
that's what she's
literally coming to me if like you guys are having issues with any of your vendors, like feel free to message me. Ask. Like, I'm here to help. So.
Okay, well that's kind of it. I just wanted to kind of close off by saying, let's all remember that we have a God that's in control of this. He knows what he's doing. A spirit of fear is not the way to operate right now. We need to be wise, obviously. So like, yes, realize that it's a big deal, but don't let that turn into fear, because fear is the most destructive thing. And everybody knows that, but like we still do it, and we still panic and go buy 5,000 packs of toilet paper.
Oh my Lord.
And that's fearful, because
is.
and then also then you get the whole issue of people buying toilet paper because they're scared that there's not going to be any toilet paper because the other people buying the toilet paper, and then it's just a cycle. You know, like we won't get into that, but yeah, just don't fear. For my clients, I'm here for you. We're here for you. Like, for anything you guys need. I know Madi is here for all of my clients as well, if you need any help.
100%.
If you need a coordinator also, she's like heck a bomb, so woo. But but yeah, that's kind of it. We just wanted to kind of come on and help people out, and we also will be posting this. I'm going to do a blog post probably with just some resources for you guys and everything, and Maddie's going to help with that. But I love you guys. I'm here for you guys, and totally reach out if you need anything. But yeah, that's it. I am going to go over the comments separately, and I will comment back to each of them because I didn't want to make the video like super long, and I kind of rambled for a little bit. So that's it for now. But love you guys so much. First Facebook Live, we did it.
It was great. Yeah. Y'all stay productive.
Woo! All right. Bye.